How's it going, Yu-Gi-Oh players? John here from Team Almond Core, and today I'm going to show you how to customize your Yu-Gi-Oh Pro. So if you open up your Yu-Gi-Oh Pro, as you see here, I've wiped everything and it's completely blank. So the main things you want to edit are your background and your textures and your music. Textures being your background, your card sleeves, your field, and sounds being your music and sound effects and such. The main sounds that I customized are this the menu song that plays during the menu, the deck editing song, the battle music that plays throughout the duel, the neutral, advantage, disadvantage, and this rock, paper, scissors screen right here. Those are the main things that you can change. Um, Images, you can change your, like I said, your background and the card image that actually shows up on your card sleeves, as well as this the field texture here. So in order to do all this, you open up the folder that you have Yu-Gi-Oh Pro in. For me, it's my downloads. For pictures, backgrounds, and stuff, you go to textures. For music, you go to sound. Um, let's do sound first. So I already pre-edited everything, but we don't need this. So I already pre-edited everything. Um, the deck music, win loss themes, menu, rock paper scissors, song advantage, song disadvantage. These have to be named this in order for them to run inside the game. You can use any song that you want as long as you go in and rename them deck, dual loss, dual win, menu, rock paper scissors, song advantage, and song disadvantages. Usually the songs that play during the game are all going to be MP3s. They have to be MP3s in order to run in Yu-Gi-Oh Pro. So once you've taken the songs that you want to hear while you're playing the game, have you named them these things, you can go ahead and delete the ones that come stock with Yu-Gi-Oh Pro, and then you replace them with your new things, your new songs. So now, when you play Yu-Gi-Oh Pro, you get your music, your menu, your deck edit, your battle music, and your rock paper scissors song. And then the song advantage plays when your life points are 3,000 higher than your opponent's. The disadvantage will play when you're 3,000 lower than your opponent. And the win-loss will obviously play when you win or lose the game. So yeah, that's it for sound. You can also change the sound effects that play during the game, but there's way too many sound effects to count. So I like to just edit the songs that play during the game. For backgrounds, card covers and such, you go to textures, these are all the textures that pop up during the game. The main ones that I tend to change are cover and BG, and as you see, I already deleted the stock background that comes with the game, so you'll just have to bear with this blank image. So what I like to do, I like to hold on to all the textures that I changed just in case. So I just throw them over here in Room Browser, which is just, European, USA, the things that show up in the servers. It's okay to put stuff in here in holding because the game doesn't access stuff like backgrounds or the card sleeves in this area. All they'll access are these. So having extra stuff in here won't matter in the game. So you take your stock pictures, you just throw them in there if you want to save them. You take your new BG and cover, and just like the songs, they have to be named these in order to come up in the game, BG and cover. So once you've moved them into your textures folder, and you open up Yu-Gi-Oh Pro, you'll see that you get your background. And the card sleeve didn't load up there. Let's try that again. Oh. But yeah, you'll notice that the pictures seems a little pixelated than they should. And that's okay, only because Yu-Gi-Oh actually opens up very, very small. So Yu-Gi-Oh Pro actually has to downscale them in order to fit them in the areas that you want them to be. So yeah, you get your custom pictures in. And those are the basic things that you want to change. Okay, so another thing you can edit are the field layouts. The main ones that Yu-Gi-Oh Pro uses are Field 2 and Field Transparent 2. The original Field and Field Transparent are for the version of Yu-Gi-Oh Pro that doesn't have Pendulum Summoning. And since Yu-Gi-Oh Pro does use Pendulum Summoning, they're going to be using Field 2 and Field Transparent 2. So you can just take these and just move them out of the way. As long as these two are in this on this folder, Yu-Gi-Oh Pro will run. So what you'll notice about the stock fields, playing fields, when you're in a duel and you have your custom background, it'll hinder your custom background, even though they're slightly transparent. They still kind of get in the way, and they're a little distracting from your background image. So one way one thing you can do if you want a transparent field is searching transparent blank in Google or blank transparent, and you'll see a bunch of templates on just uh, blank transparent images. And you want to make sure that they're PNG files, or else it's not going to work. So you take these, just move them out of the way, and as you can see, I already have it done. I just downloaded a blank transparent image, copied it, renamed them Field 2 and Field Transparent 2, and they're PNG files, so they'll work. And Field Transparent 2. And now, when you play, instead of having the spots that will get in the way of your background image, you'll have a complete transparent field. And these little sections that light up will still be here, but that's completely fine as long as your mouse isn't in the way. You'll get to see the entirety of your background image. So that's always cool. And like all the other images, it doesn't matter what shape or size the pictures are. Yu-Gi-Oh Pro will automatically scale it to the size that it needs to be. So those are just some ways to customize your sound and background images. One thing I'll also go over is that, oops. One thing I'll also go over is that you can actually edit the pictures that show up here on the cards. So for example, my Inzektor deck, it looks normal, but when you hover over them, ooh, you get the Power Rangers. Yeah, I custom made these guys to be the Power Rangers. So, in order to do this, let's take for example, Drill Warrior. Drill Warrior, as we all know, is based on Gurren Lagann. So, I had pre-downloaded a Gurren Lagann image that we're going to take that image and make a Drill Warrior's image. So what you're going to want to do when you have your card selected that you want to change, next to the name you'll see these numbers, and this corresponds to the file that this picture is named inside the pics folder in your Yu-Gi-Oh Pro folder. So for Drill Warrior, it's 0342. Usually these four numbers will be able to get the image that you're looking for. So for Drill Warrior, 0342, 0342, 0342. So go to your pics and you'll look for 0342. A lot of them, but you'll see that Drill Warrior's there, and the rest of his numbers are 29, oh, 9, 2. There we go. So I usually edit this bigger image right here. The smaller image is what shows up when you're editing your decks. The larger image shows up when you're actually playing. So this is the one that I like to change. So to change it, you go to Edit, right-click, and then Edit, which will open it up in Paint or whatever default program you have saved, but it's usually going to be Paint. So let's make it larger so we can see it. So you go to the picture that you want. Which is my pictures. Should be somewhere in here. There we go. You go to the picture that you want to make the card, go to edit, and then you want to crop about a square so that it'll actually show up on the card. So that looks good. So you can either copy or cut. I like using cut just so I actually know that I do have the image copied, so I don't look like a fool when I try to paste it. So let's go to our drill warrior, and then you paste, and it's going to be larger than the actual Carthage, but that's fine. Um, just make it a tad smaller by not, there we go. So just make it a bit smaller, more workable. I like to take the corner here and line it up with this corner of the border, and then just kind of eyeball the same to the opposite corner and just get it to about there, and that looks good. So you'll notice that the picture is extremely pixelated because these pictures are extremely small, and that's fine because it'll look better when it's actually in the game because we're all zoomed in and junk. So once you're satisfied with the way your picture looks, you just hit save, and then you'll go to your Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, which is not here. So you'll go to your Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, you'll fire it up, let's find our drill warrior, and you'll see that the picture looks the same when you're looking at it, but when you hover over it, you get your custom image. So yeah, you can do this with an entire deck if you want to, which is what I did with my Insectors. Really have fun with this. You can either change just the image here, and you can see I overdid it over the border, but that's fine. Or you can change the entire card if you really wanted to. So that's cool. So yeah, that's about it. You could also change the small stuff like your counters, life point gauge, any of these really. The rock paper scissors. It's very customizable. It's very lenient. As long as you rename things exactly how they're named inside the folders, you'll be able to customize everything. So yeah, that was how you customize Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. I'm John from Team Almond Core. Thanks for watching.